sit back and enjoy this one from Sophia. The Firecracker 265 for the late model stock cars is green. And an amazing launch out of the iRacing start zone. Mini Tyrell, no question about it, clear leader as he drives away from Trevor Ward, stuck in a side-by-side battle with Cade Brown to complete lap number 1.
Tyrell picking up right where he left off at Dominion Raceway as the pole sitter and Trevor Ward battles door-to-door with Cade Brown in the 4, Jared Fryer waiting in the wings in the 14. Ward and Brown almost come together. A bit of a slide there by Trevor in the 12, and Brown continues to keep the fight up top and surges ahead in turn 1.
And already very early on in this race, you're seeing the stark difference between the pro late models and the late model stock cars is leaning on each other. Going down into 3 and 4 is the 12 of Trevor Ward. Again, not a ride we're accustomed to seeing him be a part of. Jonathan Schaefer ran this 12 car as the Henry County boys brought a pair of race cars over to North Wilkesboro Speedway. Ward up into 2nd.
And here comes Jared Fryer, the 2020 Cars Tour Late Model Stock Champion, with Brown kicked up to that outside lane, which, as you talked about, Blake, look at Brown trying to protect Don Reeves, who muscles his way to the inside.
Much like you would almost see at a race at Martinsville, Cade Brown right now struggling on the high side, trying to get down, but he just cannot. And again, there's no refuge in the Cars Tour. Nobody's going to let him in line. You can see Max Reeves dove it in to keep him on the outside from 2nd now to 7th. He's falling as caution flag is out on the racetrack. A wreck out of turn number 4. Andrew Grady has spun around.
And the other car involved, one of the drivers making his Cars Tour Late Model Stock debut, driving the number 15 machine as it's being scored, Grant Davidson.
Tyrell gets us back underway at Caraway. But Trevor Ward will be first to the line. Off at corner number 2, Mini Tyrell resumes the race lead. Trevor Ward is there. Jared Fryer on the inside is Cade Brown. He took the outside to jump up a couple of rows, but it doesn't look like that car is handling any better right now.
Now kind of trapped behind Brown is a 17 of Caden Honeycutt, who knows that 4 car is struggling a little bit on the outside. And Honeycutt's got a hole. He slices right in front of Chad McCumbee in the 16 to keep the 4 car. Brown pinned up top as Landon Lewis moves Max Reeves aside.
Oh, and Reeves turning down on Landon Lewis as they go through 1 and 2. Lewis going to try to drive away, and it looks like he's going to be able to do so. The rest of the field stacking up. Cade Brown is finally able to get back down to the bottom. 2 long straightaways, tight corners. Well, you can see right here, Trevor Ward pretty much voluntarily ran the high side there. I think he saw Jared Fryer coming behind him, and he's not going to put up much of a fight. Going to give him plenty of space here, and going to do the same with Landon Lewis. So Trevor Ward, I think, making a conscious decision here, Eric, to preserve that equipment at this juncture. Isn't going to push anything too hard right now. And again, you got to think for Nelson Motorsports, I think what an opportunity they have to have a driver like Trevor Ward come in and really assess and really help this program in what they're doing here with Carson Lofton, again, in his rookie season here with late model stock cars. But I can't imagine almost anyone better to help your program and to tell you what his feedback and what it may need. It looks like Mini Tyrell, again, how aggressive does he get with this lap traffic? As he's caught the tail end of it, I think he's kind of let up a little bit. Doesn't want to push the issue too much, but does that open the door for Jared Fryer, for Landon Lewis? As he catches the tail end of traffic, he has to check up once again. He'll lose a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Davidson and Grady, they're fighting to try to keep their spot on the lead lap. As Tyrell loses a ton of time, here comes Jared Fryer with a huge run.
Davidson's got a lot of hometown support. This is his home track, and Tyrell doesn't really seem to care right now. He's in the backside of Davidson off the corner, now to the inside with Fryer on the back bumper of Tyrell as the caution flies just in time for Grant Davidson, and perhaps just in time for Mini Tyrell.
And everybody at Mini's mission as Mini Tyrell gets us back underway. We're racing again here at Caraway as Mini Tyrell will clear himself to the race lead. He takes it over Jared Fryer. They're side by side throughout the remainder of the pack.
Tyrell, Fryer, Trevor Ward, 1, 2, 3. Landon Lewis and Max Reeves side by side again. But now Honeycutt looking to try to take over a top 5 position, almost into the back of Landon Lewis. Reeves goes way wide in that second lane. Lewis now challenging the pole sitter Trevor Ward for 3rd. Can't get to the inside.
run that Max Reeves has put together. Again, not a newcomer to late model stock car racing, but he has been impressive here tonight. Ran a great qualifying effort. Again, was really early on in that qualifying session. And Mad Max has continued to really grow as a race car driver these last 1 or 2 years, running up front in the top 10 here in the Cars Tour. Watched us wide a little bit there, but what a spectacular night that he's put together.
Landon Lewis up to third, and Trevor Ward tried to slam the door on Caden Honeycutt to not lose fourth, and I think Honeycutt cut him a break. Here comes.
And again, if you're Honeycutt, you got to clear Bassett here. Somehow on the top side, or Landon Huffman is going to be right there to try and make a move, and like so, man, we've seen so many drivers that are on the top side of 3 and 4 just aren't able to get it to stick. They're nearly washing up into the wall off of turn number 4. You can see they run mere inches off the wall out of turn number 2 as well. Honeycutt going to try to cross over Huffman, but just doesn't have enough race car. Huffman up into the 6th position. As here comes Landon Lewis. Again, he's been working over Jared Fryer for the last couple of laps. He's going to take the first opportunity he sees. Big slide for Jared Fryer through turn 4. Landon Lewis looking for second, and he's got it.
See if Fryer is able to size him back up or cross him back under as Lewis slides the back end of the race car out just a little bit off turn 2. Landon Lewis to second, trying to chase down Mini Tyrell. And again, they are closing quickly on the back portion of the field.
Necessary to try and hang on as here we go. We talked about 2 of these cars being some of the fastest that are on the racetrack right now. Ronnie Bassett Jr. proving that as he's able to get around Trevor Ward, and Landon Huffman looking to do the same.
Yeah, Huffman and Bassett right now appear to be a bit of a tag team that's just slicing their way up through the field. Bassett opens the door, Huffman follows him through, and they both will earn themselves top 5 positions right now, with Bassett trying to close up on Fryer, Tyrell about to catch the tail end of the field, Lewis keeping Tyrell honest at the head of the pack.
Can he use this lap car in his favor? He's going to try to cross over Mini Tyrell off of turn 2. Battle for the race lead with 36 laps to go. Tyrell tries to shut the door. They make contact as Bice right in front of them, battling with lap traffic. And now Landon Lewis, your leader at Caraway.
Boy, and Tyrell aggressively sliced down in front of Jared Fryer to protect second spot as Lewis gets around Laney Bice. A pair of 2-time winners having a physical battle for the race lead at Caraway. Landon Lewis out front, Tyrell back to second.
Now those brake rotors are glowing bright, and again, I don't know if you could have executed that better if you're Landon Lewis. Got by the lap traffic, used it to his advantage, got out of dodge quickly into the iRacing restart zone. Landon Lewis will lead the field to green. Although Mini Tyrell leads the field back to the start-finish line, had a little bit of the advantage into 1 and 2, but Landon Lewis arcing him out as they make contact in 3 and 4.
Lewis washing up the racetrack to take sole possession of the race lead. He has it back at the line. Now Fryer up into the side of Tyrell, banging doors for second spot, and behind him there's contact with Huffman and Bassett for 4th.
They're nearly 3 wide as Caden Honeycutt looked to try and make a move down into 3 and 4. Bassett not able to shut the door on Landon Huffman. He goes on by. One driver got drop kicked to the top of the field.
Fryer holding a bit of a tighter line there in 3 and 4. They've gapped themselves from Huffman a little bit, with Tyrell not wanting to give up a podium spot as the field charges into turn number 1 and 2. Tyrell hoping now that he's got some laps under his belt. Maybe he can take the fight back to Jared Fryer for the runner-up spot, with a half a second being the difference from the 14 car in second, who has a big moment off turn 4, did Fryer. Got a crash. That's Davidson in the center of the back straightaway after getting turned into the outside wall.
Restart zone back underway here at Caraway. And like we saw in the last restart, Tyrell leads it at the stripe. Oh! Landon Lewis jumps up on the 81. Landon Huffman is involved. And 3 of your championship contenders involved in this one as Connor Hall just limps on by.
And Jared Fryer has cleared the carnage and will unofficially be scored as the leader after Landon Lewis and Mini Tyrell tangle in 1 and 2.
Lord, I don't know how Trevor Ward misses this. I mean, made a little bit of contact there with Landon Huffman. But again, that is 3,500 pounds just jumping up. Jared Fryer through the iRacing restart zone, back underway at Caraway, and Honeycutt looking to try to wrestle away the race lead from Jared Fryer. 3 wide behind him. Here comes Ronnie Bassett Jr. looking to the inside as come from? He's battling for third.
No, Doug Barnes Jr. almost popped the wall as he was the car that got kicked up to lane 3, and he's still trapped up to the high side with Connor Jones in the middle, Donovan Strauss in the bottom on the 4, and Barnes somehow is able to fend off the fight and get back to the bottom of the racetrack in 3.
I don't know how they made that work. Meanwhile, Cade Brown resurging up towards the front of the field. Connor, and yet he's able to accomplish these feats. So impressive what he's been able to do.
And he's going to come off of turn number 4, and the former champion, who has the poise of a champion, needs to hold on for one more lap to get another victory at Caraway.
Just has another set of corners to put it together as Jared Fryer brings it into 3 and 4 for the final time. He'll get to celebrate this one at Caraway. Jared Fryer wins the Firecracker.